the No Fruit Podcast.
Hello, everyone. This is Maurice.
And this is Kafa.
We thank you for tuning in today. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're having a great day.
I'm pretty sure you're having a good day. I'm pretty sure.
Are you having a good day?
It's so-so.
It's so-so.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So-so.
It's all right. It's
How
all
about
right.
you?
Likewise, so. You know,
Okay.
just pressing through.
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yes.
So for those of you who have been following me on social media, feel free to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
What's that?
My username is Maurice D. Chisholm Sr. SR. So Maurice D. Chisholm SR. So some of you who might have seen
Wait
my
a
stuff.
minute.
Yes.
Senior?
Yep, it says senior on there.
Wow.
I know. It's
You're moving up in the world.
Well, for those of you who knows, my son is named after me, right? And so I'm looking at wiggle room for him. And when for those of you who have a YouTube channel or anything like that, the YouTube handles that are brand new, you get to choose the handle of your for your channel. And I was going through and trying to figure out the handle for my channel. But I ultimately made a professional page for myself on Facebook.
Okay.
Well, what happened is trying to use my regular name without the SR, it kept saying it was unavailable. So I was like, all right, well, the easiest thing to do is put SR on it. So and that was available.
Okay.
It's who I am.
That is you.
In all reality, I mean, it sounds crazy for me to say it because I never use it, but I decided to do that because I really wanted to differentiate myself between myself and my son. Even though he is the second, he doesn't use junior, but I just want to use something different. In the show that I'm grown, I guess.
But you didn't want to be grown many years ago.
Yeah, I did.
He was like, I am not a senior.
It's the same thing with you not wanting a minivan.
Oh, I know. Wow.
You was like, I'm too sporty or something along those lines.
That just screams mom.
I mean, well, you were. You were.
Exactly, but I don't need to drive down the street and everybody's like, oh, that's a mom's mobile. I don't need to park like in minivan lane, with all the other minivans. Yeah, it just kind of screamed like,
So,
bus.
Do you think that the minivan came handy?
It was. I became a soccer mom. I mean, we didn't play soccer, but it was football. And yes, toting lots of kids around it was handy to have a bus.
I mean, it wasn't just football, though. It was really more for your cheerleading.
Cheerleading, again, I was the bus driver.
Right. So what was wrong with that?
In some ways, it wasn't, it became sporty after a while.
Right.
But some of it was the color.
Yeah, so.
Maurice has a thing of picking out cars online, sight unseen.
Well, that one I didn't buy like that.
You saw it online and had them ship it to us.
No, I did not. That's the one we went and picked up at the...
Right, they shipped it from somewhere else.
They didn't. It was already there.
No. I remember that they had to bring it there, and then we went there to get it.
But I didn't buy it. We didn't buy it until we had gotten there.
But you was like, yeah, bringing that joint down from Nova Scotia.
It was not Nova Scotia.
All right, just so y'all know, Maurice has purchased cars The first one being
So, all right. So here's where
first.
she's getting ready, you know, blow it all out of proportion. But go ahead. I'll let you finish.
The first one was an auction, correct?
Mm-hmm.
No. Let's go back before the auction. Just talking about colors.
Okay.
So was it Christmas?
No, it was before Christmas.
I'm just saying it was supposed to be like a Christmas gift type thing.
Ish.
Yes.
Yeah, idea right.
He, watched, I guess, I don't know, TV, movies, and had a wonderful, bright idea to surprise his wife with a brand new vehicle. And he did. It was quite a surprise.
Yeah.
It was a Jeep, a standard Jeep, just a Jeep Cherokee.
It was a Jeep Cherokee.
Okay.
Some standard Jeep. I don't know what that means.
It was very boxy. And it was a metallic browns gold type color with matching
Rims.
And I had never seen anything like that before.
Now, have you seen anything since?
Yes, I continue to see them here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the gold rims and sometimes silver.
Right.
But yeah. I'm like, oh, there it is, because I don't think they made very many of them. So I think it's just a few. So it was like a kind of, orangey, bronze, goldish color.
It was more gold. It was gold. Gold color.
Yeah, silver and gold.
So
that was the first one. And then the next one.
And that's one. And actually, that car I had looked at for a while. One, it was a Jeep. Number two was a Cherokee, being hopefully a car that could last for a long time. Things like that. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing. Yes.
Yes, we're grateful. So.
I mean, it lasted us. I mean, it helped us to move. We used that joint to move twice. So it was a workhorse.
It was.
And then we killed it. So,
we
traded it in.
We didn't want to trade it in. They were like, you went to go trade in a different car, and they were like, well, what about that gold car?
Right.
That has better value. And our neighbors and everyone had told us that, Jeeps hold their value and they're good cars.
Right.
So when we went to the dealership to get a
Charger.
Well, at first you didn't want you wanted the
300.
No, we had a 300.
No, the upgraded 300.
You wanted to get that long car, Magnum.
Oh, no.
That's what you had me sit in. I was like, well, wow, this is like a minivan that's low. Which was like.
Okay.
So it was just a sportier.
It was a station wagon.
It was a station wagon, yes.
Yeah, I had liked it, but we ended up getting a Charger. I kind of wanted the 300, but we got the Charger.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, the dealer was more interested in the Jeep than they were in the 300.
Yeah.
I mean, we had an older 300.
You went to a Jeep dealership, didn't you?
No, it was a Dodge dealership. Well, it was a Dodge Chrysler Jeep dealership.
Exactly.
At that time.
Right. So how you going to have me pull up in the Jeep? And they're like, oh.
Well, we took a Chrysler with us. We was trying to trade in the Chrysler.
Yeah, but for that neighborhood, probably just.
They wanted the Jeep.
Yeah, nobody was going to be in the 300.
Right.
The 300 was nice.
Yeah, it was.
It's a cute car.
It was. It was nice, yeah, and luxurious.
Yes, very fashionable and very luxurious.
Right.
Liked the decor.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. The only problem with that car was that the transmission was slipping.
Oh, well. A lot of that happened.
So, yeah. So I mean, we weren't trying to talk about cars today, but that's what ended up happening right now, huh?
Hey.
We're going down memory lane
About
vehicles, and but you only got to
well, you can chime in.
I was going to chime in, but you want to tell your story about me buying cars, sight unseen. So you was going via the first one. You never got to the other ones.
Well, you can talk about that experience.
No, you got it.
Well, I was only there for the tail end, so You can talk about how you arrived there.
No, I mean you and I both sat online when we was there for the auction. When we got the okay, so we had gotten a gold Jeep Cherokee, and then when like I said, that one had died or whatever, and we traded in. The 300 had died, so we were down kind of like to one car. So we realized, all right, well, we really need another car. So wait a minute, did we have that one before the minivan?
Yeah. I don't remember.
I don't remember the order, to be honest. But the but we were sitting. I was sitting in the basement, and at that time, some of my fraternity
I would
brothers.
say we had the green. I think we had the green Jeep before the minivan.
I think so too. So I was sitting in the basement, and some of my fraternity brothers, they used to talk about, hey, I get cars from the auctions and this, that, and the other, and whatever. So I was looking online, and I saw this green Jeep Grand Cherokee. So I was like, all right, we had a Cherokee as composite standard. So let's go the Grand Cherokee route.
I thought you had looked at other cars and you were bidding on those, but never and didn't get them. I thought there was a build up to this.
To the Cherokee?
To the green one, yes.
I was looking, but I never.
Right, and I think you had pressed the button a couple times, but got outbid.
Yeah, well, some of the other ones I wasn't pressing either.
I understand, but I'm just saying there was a build up.
Yeah.
So when I walked by and you were on there, I was thinking like you weren't going to get it because you had so many others that you didn't get.
Right.
Somebody else had pressed the button moments before the auctioneer shut it down.
Right.
So that was the buildup. Like, oh, you're not going to get it. Like, oh yeah, press the button, and
we won. We won.
We won.
So that one was green, and I mean it took a while. That was probably going to be my only car I'll ever get from an auction without having other vehicles. No, I'm okay with the sight unseen, but excuse me, I think what it comes down to when you need the car that's the challenge. I think when you need it or prefer to have it like, sooner than later, that's the challenge because having to buy it off the auction, having to go get it, understanding, hey, in order for you to get off the lot, you have to have the insurance, the title, the tag, well, not the title, but the tags, you have to have all this other stuff done prior to, and no one tells you all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get this stuff done during lunch break and, whatever. It was like, and on top of that, I'm trying to get it done on lunch break, and I work, 45 minutes away from the place. So yeah, that was a whole ordeal. And then Kafa taking me up there during lunch, and I'm trying to drive this one back and do this and that, and I'm following her after work, tailgating her pretty much so no one can see that we don't have no tag on the car.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an experience unto itself. That was we had some experiences.
Yeah.
And something that I don't even think we even told the kids. They don't even realize they was driving in a hot car.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That was funny. Making us think, what are y'all experiences with cars? Are y'all having as much fun as I am?
Right.
We
were riding dirty down 95.
We've had a car where the key went to the steering column and the car didn't always turn on. You had to wiggle the key or a certain type of way. The Altima, the second Altima we had, remember?
Yeah, I didn't drive that one too much.
We had a car that kept the
purple minivan cut off.
Yeah, the purple minivan. We don't know what the heck was wrong with that.
Just the lights started flashing, and then it just was shut off, and I would just coast all the way down 95. Yeah. And then one time Maurice was driving it, and he was like, the car shut off, right? And I was like, no, I didn't know that. It's still moving. He was like, yeah, like everything is shut, like all systems have shut down.
Right.
I was like, oh. Okay, well, I've been using this joint every day. And
Yep.
it happens all the time.
And I didn't know that.
So,
So her crazy little self thinking like, oh, I'm moving. I'm still
like, all
coasting.
my cars have had issues. The white car,
Well,
which
that's
is,
what I was going to get at. The one that, always ran out of gas.
oh, the first car, because the gas thing didn't work.
Right. Right.
And I didn't know. That was the very first car, so I didn't know any better. But once I figured that out, that it didn't move, then I was like, okay, once you fill it up, you have X number of miles and X number of days to do what you have to do.
But see, here's the thing, though. That one was, again, because you weren't going that far.
That car was hoopty upon hoopty. You would hit a bump, the radio station would change.
It didn't have
It didn't have no air conditioner.
Yo, that's what we bought the little fan that plugged
I
into
had
the
a fan
yo, that joint was
that
hilarious.
plugged into the what's that thing called?
The cigarette lighter.
The cigarette lighter, and it just blew hot air around. The little top part of the roof was hanging, so when the wind blew with the windows down, it would flap in the wind. And I think I got some little push pins to push it back up. It was quite a hoopty. It was
the paint was coming off.
The two-door. So I had a kid, and I had to put the kid in the back with two-door. Oh, my goodness.
Yo, that was a 88 Chevy Beretta. But here's the thing, though. That was our first pocket rocket.
Then, oh, wait a minute. Don't forget, I was driving down the street, and I lost the muffler, or the catalytic converter fell off.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I know it happened to me when I was going to the market. It was a holiday or something like that, and I'm driving down the street, and it just popped right off.
Yeah. Then we went and tried to get it fixed, and whoever fixed it didn't do it right.
And then it came off again.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the other white car, what's wrong with us in cars? Then the other white car, it just wouldn't shift. Like, it just stayed in, it didn't want to go above 20 miles per hour.
Oh, the Hyundai.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't do that all the time. It was something wrong with
it. It did it when it got hot. It seemed like all of our cars had issues when it got hot.
Yeah.
Every summer it was just like, oh, well.
Well, not all our cars. Let's rephrase that. Let's not
like okay, all of my cars.
No.
All of my cars.
And I wouldn't even say that. I think, unfortunately, I would also probably say that, you almost sound like what they when they say, ladies don't really pay attention to their car type thing.
Oh, I do. I'm the one that's telling you. When we had the Maxima, I was like, babe, something wrong with the Maxima. And he was like, no, it's fine. I was like, no, I think the alarm goes off and the battery is getting. I go to go pick up your grandma and get out the car, get her, get back in the car. John won't start. So I'm stuck.
Because the battery was dead.
The battery was dead. I'm stuck with your grandma in a broke down car. Yeah.
And I don't even remember where I was. Where was I at?
I don't know. I don't know why I had to get her. I don't know why we was on 69th Street.
Yeah, I don't remember
Don't
either.
know. Don't know.
I don't remember either. But, what I will say is that, we have had cars. Some cars we were really rough on, I guess, driving them in the hole. And then there are some where, we're really playing around with, like, we're handling with kid gloves, if you will. So, but right now I would say, the cars that we're using right now are not, and I thank God for this, that, they're not giving us any issues like that.
No. I think we certainly have grown.
Right.
I mean, you didn't talk about your very first car.
Oh, no, I didn't. My little red Hyundai Sonata.
Yeah.
94 Hyundai Sonata that she never even got a chance to see.
I never got a chance to see.
Because I bought that car. For those of y'all who are in Philly, I bought that joint on Kensington Avenue or somewhere up there, somewhere along those lines. And, I'm with a bunch of my friends. Yo, we're going to go up here and go get this thing. We're going to drive this joint back. I'm driving the joint back. All right, so here my own experience of my first car. I must have been about 22, 23, 22, 20. No, it must have been 22. So I'm driving the car back. I'm like, yo, talking to my friend. His name is Eric. He in the car with me. while we're following our friends Rodney and my brother and whatever else, we're following them. I'm like, yo, the car don't want to move. It's not like my foot is on the floor. It didn't want to go that fast.
What else would happen with the other hot day?
So, we get it, to the crib, but I'm stunting though. Like it's a nice red. It got sunroof. Like, yo, I'm 22 years old. Yo, hey, yo, what we gonna do? Like, we gonna rock this joint. You get what I mean? Then, I get it home, and then here's what happens.
What?
You start calling around because you realize that, oh, snap, I got to get tags, I got to get insurance and all that type of stuff. And then you realize, dang, insurance is expensive.
Oh, goodness.
You're 22 years old and you don't live in a household with anyone who has insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So insurance is expensive.
Wow.
And then not only that, you go outside to try to start the car, and the car's like, so you're like, what's going on? And you realize you can't move the car because you don't have no real tags on the car, so it has to sit. And then you realize, you know what? Something's really wrong with this car, Eric. The following day, I took it to the gas station up the street.
Right.
They said to me, how many cylinders is this car supposed to have?
What?
And I was like, "It's sir, I really don't know. I don't know nothing about cars at that time." And he said, "Well, whenever you get a chance, go get the book or whatever else. Okay. We're gonna try to fix the car." Come to find out, the car was supposed to have 4 cylinders. It was a 4-cylinder car. Well, when I went back, it's a go-kart in today's,
standards.
Mm-hmm. But, I go back and I was like, well, sir, you asked me 2 days ago why, how many cylinders is the car supposed to have? And he said, well, I'm going to tell you the reason why, because it's missing one.
Oh, wow.
That's why your car is messing up. That's why it's misfiring. That's why it's doing da-da-da-da-da-da. He said, so when do you, can you take the car back? So that's why you never saw the car, because I took the car back.
Right.
And that was probably one of the most heartbreaking things of having to take that thing back. But I'm glad I did, because it was missing the whole cylinder. He was talking about, in order to put a new engine in that thing would have been more than what I actually bought the car for.
Right.
And I'm 22 years old. I'm not trying to do all that. I don't know nothing about that.
Right.
Plus
and
on top of that,
part of the issue. I'm sure it's probably other things.
Right. And then I'm supposed to get insurance for this thing. And then the insurance by itself, everybody that I talked to, they was like, yo, is there anyone that would put you on their insurance? You're too young. Like, you need to be on somebody's insurance.
Right.
Because you're going to be paying, at that time, I heard $1,000. I'm like, I don't know, I don't know what that means, but it's more than what I got right now.
Yeah.
So, it was a struggle with my first vehicle, my very first one.
Mm-hmm.
I was cute for all of 35 minutes. The time it took me
home.
Right, pretty much. Yeah, for 35 minutes I was cute. It was nice and sunny outside. My friends, we all looking at it. Yo, Reese, yo, what's up, bro? Like, you good. We're going to be riding out. 7 days later, I'm back right. Yeah, I'm riding out all right. It's big and silver.
Oh, bus.
No, it was silver. It was silver and blue. It's called the L. Well, we call the elevated train the L, the Market Frankfurt line. So, I was back on the L. So, it was very short lived.
Mm-hmm.
I drove it for all of 35 minutes. No, well, really, I guess I drove it for an hour because I had to drive it here back up there. Yeah, I took it. I bought it on a Friday. I took it back that following Saturday. I think it was a Saturday.
Wow.
Yep. It was Friday or Saturday. I know it was close to the weekend because I was really upset because I was looking forward to
weekend plans.
Yeah, I did. And I was back on bus coming back to see you.
Oh, thank you for coming to see me.
Yeah, but it was sad.
All right, so that's bad car experiences. Do we have a good car experience? A good
Um,
purchase? A good...
I don't know because you have now feel like I'm down in the dumps.
I know, that's why I'm trying to lift it up.
Do I
So,
have a good car
a
experience?
good car experience.
I mean, that was a good car experience for 35 minutes. I mean, what do you consider a good car experience? You know, cars that that we have currently versus cars that we've had in the past. I mean, because the very next car after that was that Nissan Altima.
Right.
You know, and I really liked that car.
Mm-hmm.
But we ended up, you know, well, for those of you, you know, I got the car and then we got married, had a kid. Like, all right, well, we need to upgrade it. We need a little bit bigger because that was a little small car. So we ended up getting the Mac. That's when we got the Maxima.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know, so but I like that Altima though. I really did. I really did. So
And I think that was a good experience of being in the dealership, buying the Ultima. I
yeah,
think that was a good experience.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, still, it was the one thing I will say is that you know until you go through that process, you do not know how long it takes.
Oh my.
You know, especially when they're trying to
Snacks.
find banks for you and you know whatever else and confirm this that. You know, when your very first experience of going through that, yeah, it's nothing like it.
Even our most recent experience, we had our own bank. I had a loan already.
Right,
And they were like, no, we want to use our own bank.
right,
Let's fill this paperwork out. Let me go see what we can do. I was like, no,
right.
I've already been pre-approved. But that is how they play.
Yep. Yep.
But they were nice.
Yeah, they were nice, but you know, we could have. I don't know. It was whatever. It was whatever. So, I would say, you know, for those of you who are looking for a car, do your research. I mean, and right now it's hard to say buy it online because people are buying cars left and right. You know, ever since I bought that car online, you know, between Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and, you know, cars.com and carfax.com and, you know, what's the other ones right now? CarMax. And the other one that's, I can't remember the other one. Carvana, you know, so you have all these places where you can get a car online, sight unseen. It's like, it's the norm now. So I guess I started a doggone trend. So, where really the auctions did, you know, the auctions, you know, really put that in place. So, you know, why don't y'all tell us about your first, you know, experiences, if you will, about, you know, you buying a car and, you know, what did you know, not know? I just know that, you know, my car was supposed to have 4 cylinders. I was missing 1. How in the world can you miss a cylinder? Now that, you know, now that I know about cars, like, how was I missing 1 cylinder?
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that. That's really sad. And I wonder if those papers are still in my mom's basement. Because I don't think I got rid of those. But yeah, that's very interesting, y'all. So let us know about your own experiences. Please. Because I don't want to feel like I'm by myself.
You're not by yourself.
So thank y'all very much for listening today.
Have a good one.
Talk to y'all.
This week's episode has come to an end. But the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.